today I'm reviewing the Tatcha Texture Tonic AHA Liquid Exfoliating Treatment. And I'll talk about that more in a second because the name is kind of a misnomer. But anyway, really quick, I just want to say, purchase these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if that's something you're into, like, subscribe, share the video, check out the links below, or check out my Patreon community. Okay, so this came out a while ago. I was intrigued with it, but to be honest, the full size of this is, I believe, $62. $62. I didn't want to invest $62 when scanning the ingredients just briefly. I had a feeling it might not be for me, but they came out with a small size, a 2.5 ounce, 75 milliliter bottle. And I picked that one up, and I thought it was a good chance to give it a try because I have had good luck with some Tatcha products. The sunscreens are great. The essence, I really enjoy. Some of the moisturizers are quite nice. Not everything from the brand is a total win, but some of the primers and things like that have been really nice. So, got a chance to give this a try and review it. So, anyway. Okay, so they say this is a liquid exfoliating treatment of fruit AHAs, niacinamide, Japanese mugwort, and wild rose that visibly calms even skin tone and texture for calm, smooth skin. And I'll talk about it in a little bit, what of its claims it follows through on, and what I think of it. So, anyway, my first criteria is packaging. It's packaged in a plastic bottle, no real issues with it. I do believe it's recyclable, so that's exciting. Otherwise, plastic bottle with a little spout on the top. No issues at all with that. In terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, it does contain alcohol. It's not going to be an issue. There's way more pressing issues with this product than alcohol. It's the second to last ingredient. Not going to be an issue for almost anybody, so not a big deal. But let me talk about the big deal with this one. Fragrance. The scent of it, it's not overwhelming. It's mild. It's a minty, fruity scent. It's actually, I don't mind it so much. But there's a lot of fragrance ingredients in this one. I mean, a lot. Like the ingredient list, I would say most of the ingredients are fragrance. So for fragrance, we've got Clary sage oil, we've got lime juice, we've got eucalyptus oil, we've got rosemary oil. Rosemary extract is beneficial. Rosemary oil can be irritating. We've got Rosa Multiflora extract, we've got orange juice, we've got lemon juice, we've got lavender oil, palmarosa oil, horsemint oil, ylang ylang oil, and grapefruit extract, which is a lot of fragrance. And the scent of it, it's not overwhelming. It's mild, but it's a lot of fragrance. A lot of fragrance. I mean, I can't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got like probably 10 fragrance ingredients. It's too much. Some people may not be sensitive to most fragrance, but when you start adding these all in and adding them into the same product, it can become an issue for even people that aren't super sensitive to it. So anyway, lots of fragrance in it. So take note. The manufacturing location, no issues with that. It's made in Japan. No issues at all with that. Let me do a pH test because if it would be a proper AHA, it would want it on the proper pH. Let's see. Okay. So for the pH of this one, it looks to be, I would say, right about 5. Almost 5 exactly. Yeah, I would say about 5 exactly, which, if you've watched my videos about exfoliants, you know, to exfoliate, typically, excuse me, I'm stuck. I'm always stuck. You want it to be below typically 4, depending on if it's AHAs or salicylic acid. So this is the pH of this one is probably too high for it to really accomplish much. But that's not the biggest issue with it. I'll talk about that in a second. So ease of use. So they recommend pouring a few drops on a cotton pad, sweep over your face after cleansing. Avoid the eye area. Definitely avoid the eye area because if you get those mint oils in, you don't want that near your eye. It will irritate your eyes. And I've gotten things like peppermint oil in my eyes, and it's not pleasant. Or ascorbic acid in your eye, not pleasant. So they say can be used morning or night. It certainly can because it's not really exfoliating at all. And then they say use midday to refresh skin and wick away excess oil. Okay. And then they say for drier sensitive skin, begin by using once every other day to determine how to incorporate it into your routine. You know what? The bigger irritation concern isn't any exfoliants because there isn't any. The bigger concern is the fragrance ingredients that are going to be sensitizing. Anyway, it's got a nice water-like texture to it. It has a cooling feeling on skin, which isn't surprising. We've got horse mint oil in it. So anyway, yeah, definitely going to be wiping off my hand right about now. Because my hand's already dry enough from the beginning of winter. Or fall, or whatever it is. So anyway, otherwise it's easy to use if you want to use it. No issues at all with that. Okay, beneficial ingredients in this one. And now I'll talk about the exfoliant properties of this. There aren't any fruit ingredients. Most of them don't really exfoliate. You can't apply, like a lot of people online, on like TikTok, they use like lemon juice or put like a lemon on their face. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or they'll put baking soda on their face. There's a reason why cosmetic chemists exist. If it was just as easy as scrubbing a lemon all over your face or pouring some baking soda on it, you wouldn't need cosmetic chemists. But there's a reason why they exist, because that doesn't really work for exfoliating. Otherwise, there are some nice ingredients in here, aside from the list of gazillion fragrance ingredients. So for beneficial ingredients, we've got niacinamide, anti-acne, skin brightening. We've got Saccharomyces, rice ferment filtrate, skin conditioning, probiotic, brightening and hydrating. We've got green tea extract, antioxidant, soothing. We've got an algae extract, which is protecting for skin. We've got sodium hyaluronate, which is a humectant. We've got Luffa fruit extract, which is skin conditioning ingredient. We've got fennel oil, which is a soothing and emollient ingredient. We've got that Japanese mugwort extract, which is skin conditioning. Also maybe a source of vitamins and minerals. We've got an ingredient called Crataegus cuneta fruit extract, which is an antioxidant. We've got another ingredient called Ziziphus juba fruit extract, which is soothing and antioxidant. We've got apple fruit extract, which is a humectant. We've got Bulmacanda chinensis root extract, which is another skin conditioning ingredient. We've got Arabidorotria japonica leaf extract, which is another protecting ingredient. And then we've got Houtonia Cadorta extract, which is skin conditioning and soothing antioxidant ingredient. So I don't really see any real HAs in there or any exfoliants in that list. I see some nice soothing ingredients. Thank God they're in there, because if they didn't include them, I can't imagine what would happen to most people that use this. I can only imagine. Okay, in terms of animal testing, this is cruelty-free. So, I mean, it's cruelty-free to not test on animals, but I don't know if it's cruelty-free to the humans. I don't know. Okay, in terms of the performance, I will be 100% honest. Typically, most products I try to test for at least 30 days straight. Typically 2 months, but at least 30 days. I didn't get to that with this one. I really didn't get past a day or two, and I couldn't do it consecutively, and my skin was not happy with it. There's no gentle exfoliation and calming skin. That's the main claims with this one. Liquid AHA exfoliant that visibly evens skin tone and texture for calm, smooth skin. It might hydrate skin a little bit, but it doesn't help with texture. It doesn't calm skin. It doesn't smooth skin. It doesn't deliver on any of those claims. It might offer some hydration, but it's more of an irritating product than anything else. There's more irritating ingredients than there are calming ingredients in this. It's more of a hydrating product than anything else, as long as you don't mind the fragrant extracts and oils. The citrus ingredients, there's no proof that those exfoliate skin. Again, if they did, you'd just be able to take a lemon and just rub it all over your face. And I know there are people that do that. And maybe some people can get away with it for a little bit, but in the long run, it's not going to be a good thing. Especially if you did that and then go outside. Those citrus oils and things like that are phototoxic. Meaning when the sun goes on you, the damage is multiplied more than it would be. The risk of this irritating anyone definitely outweighs any potential benefits. So I don't recommend this product for anyone at all. Nice thing is, for acne-prone skin, there's no ingredients of note, so that's nice. But for acne-prone skin, I just don't recommend this for anybody. I just don't think in the long run adding this to your routine is going to do any good. Other than maybe hydrate your skin temporarily, but I think the benefits of that are negated by any irritation it might cause. And you know what? You might not even notice your skin's irritated for a while. Sometimes it takes a while to notice it. And you know what? Like sun damage, it just doesn't happen one day. It accumulates over time. I was going to say acclimates over time, but anyway. Okay. Okay, in terms of the price, so the full size is 5 ounces, 150 milliliters. It retails for $62, which is, for what it is, it's ridiculous. If you want a nice Tatcha product with some ferments and things like that, go with their Essence. It's much better for your skin. Much, much better. In terms of the it factor, I'm glad I didn't purchase the full size. I couldn't get past using this a few nights and consecutive at that. It's ironic that they name it kind of an AHA type product when they don't include any well-researched and proven AHAs. And then there's no real dupes or alternatives that I would recommend. You can search for dupes and alternatives, but most of those are equally as bad as this. So there's just nothing in place of this I would recommend. I recommend a good AHA product, and there's no dupes for this because it doesn't include any. So anyway, if you're looking for good AHAs, Paula's Choice has some good ones. There's a lot of other good ones. Geek and Gorgeous has nice ones. Don't use this. Just don't. Just say no. Okay, last but not least, out of a 10 being a perfect score, this one got a 5, and only because of the packaging, the manufacturing location, it's easy to use, and it does have some nice ingredients, but overall, I just don't recommend this to anyone at all. Just say no, avoid the irritation, and save yourself the $62, and for $62, you can get multiple good exfoliators that actually work, so... Anyway, interested in hearing from you guys. If you had a chance to check this one out yet or not, and if you have what your thoughts are, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.